What did I do? Did I break the boss? I guess you can't do that. Don't shoot at me. No, I said don't shoot at me. Because you have to get ready to, get ready for blind and everything. Oh man, I missed my duck. That's all X is good for. Is using his small size. Oops. Yeah, sure, I insult X and then I hit spikes. That's just how it works. Oh jeez, get out of my way. That's where all the trolls were. I don't even know what I just did there. That was it? This is usually the part where I started dying. Yeah, like that. That was exactly it. I don't think I've actually posted a speedrun time for... Alright, good evening. Happy Sunday. Welcome to camp. Welcome in Log. Welcome in Kid. Hope you both had a great weekend. We are back home. It's time for A Link to the Past. Normally I'd be doing Sigma Sundays and be doing a route matrix, but I didn't do A Link to the Past all weekend, and if I forgot how to do Icebreaker, that would be the worst thing possible. So we gotta make sure that we get in at least one A Link to the Past seed a week. Welcome in Game Pro. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Oh, broken air conditioner. That is not good for this time of year. It's way too hot out. I did have one more inverted seed roll, so we're gonna run that one tonight here. Welcome in Funyun, thanks for the good luck. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Friday the 13th is normally on Wednesdays. Everything is looking good for this Wednesday. So hopefully we'll be back to Friday the 13th on Wednesday of this week. I really wanted to finish Regenesis, so that got bumped back. I was actually thinking there is a Mega Man X8 demake that's done in a 16-bit style, and I could certainly do that too as something similar to Regenesis. Because I've only played X8 through once, even though I did enjoy it, but having the demake of that would basically feel like a brand new game, because I don't remember where anything was in X8. All I remember is the Jacob elevator and how much I loved that track. But yeah, let's get her running here. There's the timer. Oh, avatars. I opened it too, I just forgot to connect them. Yeah, we've got inverted here, we've got a boss shuffle. We got starting boots, and obviously since it's inverted, we also have a starting sword. I did not mean to jump down that far. Trying to sneak through here while I get OBS pulled back up. Okay, avatars should be back. Well, should be, not back, should be up. Alright, that's just a bomb pack, so we don't need that. Ooh, 20s though, that's really nice. Let's see how many of these we can sneak. Though I really don't need all that many, do I? No, I should get another batch, because I need to have. I'd like to buy some bombs, and I need to have enough for chest game and stop blocking my sign. All right, let's try this again. There we go. Oh, and he dropped a 20. All right, 180 should be enough to start with here. I believe there was a shop I can buy bombs at. We just need 30 for the... Actually, no, this is not a shop. That's not a shop. Turn around. Because I just need 30 for the chest game. Why am I not going over there first? We need 80 for dig game, and basically if I have 20 bucks, I can get unlimited money from the arrow game. And that would be ideal. You just walk down the street, grab a tree, and 80 bucks pops out. There would be no financial problems if you had that. You could just keep doing that all day. All right, so we only lost 10 bucks on that. Actually, before we go into thieves, maybe we get the 50-50 bomb. We do get the 50-50 bomb. Which is a boomerang. All right, let me just make sure I can get 2 bombs here, because I don't know where a bomb shop is. Wow, that's lucky. 3 50-50s in a row. So now when I save and quit and we go back to my house, I have enough bombs to do Pipe Cave. But I mean, let's be realistic. We're probably going to find a pack of bombs around here. Yeah, I'm not sure. I've been doing them in order, so I'm not sure where that one was in the order. But I've got that all on a text file as far as like what ones, basically the order they were requested. I think... Geez, I don't know. It's been so long since I looked at that file. Because I did Regenesis last week, Wednesday. But down we go. What am I doing? This is all wrong. Oh, I should have been up there. Great. I apparently forgot how to get through the basics of Thieves Town. That's lovely. So now we got to make sure we go back up. Or we can just die there too, that's fine. Keep forgetting this is a early game and I can't in inverted when you have no armor. It's amazing what not being around for a couple days can do to help you forget how everything works. That's fine though. 4 minutes in, already 1 death. A great start to the seed. Okay, so we already got that. I can just go straight back from here now. Uh-oh. And unfortunately, still not an extra heart. That 1 heart can make a huge difference. Like, I'm very doubtful that I even get to the end of, I even get to the back of Thieves Town with this. I know there's ways, like, Slack has something where he's got, like, he had a hit counter programmed in, but I'm not sure how to... He uses Game Maker. I'm not sure how to do that with, the hardware, the stuff I use. So I have been looking into Sammy. This is not going to go well. Okay. We're just going to do that deal. And I missed. Uh-oh. That was just poor timing. Okay, I just have to make it to the chest here. Well, ideally all the way through the basement. Because this is not a place you really have... You don't want to die here. He can hit me when I'm in the doorway? I did not think he could hit me when I was in the doorway. I thought I was safe. I thought that was like Z1. Where in Z1 you can just sit in the doorway. Oh great, and I just took... Why am I even trying to get through here? I've got 1 heart. This isn't gonna work. Okay, 2 hearts. Still not gonna work. Maybe we can get another heart? No. I was hoping, like, maybe I've got something else that will be of use here. But nope. Alright, we're back up here again. I guess I should have hit that hint. I should have looked at the hint tile there. Actually, you know what? Let's check the hint tile. Welcome in, Grim. Hope you're having a good Sunday. A dog exists somewhere. Oh, great. The first time I've ever looked at that hint tile, and it was complete garbage. Really? This is going so poorly. Alright, so now we know we die if this thing runs in there. Alright, 1 down. A Master Sword, very nice. I'm really glad now that I came back for that. Yeah, Pepper, this has been something, let's just say that. This has been an experience. Alright. I got through this room, so I'm hoping not to die. I mean, having Master Sword should help. Uh-oh. Hey, you get away from the door. Oh, yep, this is a boss shuffle. Welcome in, Funyun, on YouTube. Hope you're having a great Sunday. That's right, we gotta kill everything here. Alright, I don't have the hammer, so this whole part is pointless. Uh-oh. Just gonna try to run by them. I was worried about getting shocked and then falling into the pit. Actually, can we stun them? What's the stun prize? A bomb. That's good for early game, but I really would have preferred a heart. There are a couple hearts here, though. And unfortunately, we're leaving an item behind that is hammer-locked. Can't go that way. Nothing wrong with 2 avatars? Go, go, go. All right. But yeah, since it is a boss shuffle, I don't have to worry about rescuing anyone in the basement. I can just walk into the room here and hope maybe I get lucky and it's a beatable boss. Since we've spent, what, 6 minutes in here? Oh, that's bad. Technically, this is beatable. It's just not great. Could be a lot worse, though. Okay, I guess, nope, we're not going to that one. That one's getting blocked by the corner. No! I lost my beams. I really needed those beams to stick around. Oh, wait. Get away, don't want to take a hit. Okay, which one of you is going to die first? That one. Uh-oh. This is fine. Come on. Okay, that was terrible. But it's done. Welcome in, Tara. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Alright, so Thieves Town. Yeah, as long as, I mean, I was able to walk away. I survived. That's the important part. Might not have liked it, but hey, 12 minutes in, 4 deaths, 1 Triforce piece. That's pretty good, isn't it? Alright, on the way back out from Dig Game, we're gonna hit Arrow Game for a couple rounds. Alright, let's keep seeing those. Or we could just dig up nothing. Okay, actually that's fine as long as it's not thieves. Okay. That's fine. I have no problem getting a compass. Excellent, always a good day when work is on easy mode. Alright, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope. That's bad. Did I even break? I think I did. Technically, did I break even there? Almost missed that one. You know, we got to do another round. And this is definitely a lot quicker than farming the tree drops. Four. Alright, one more, because you can do 2 in 1 cycle before the hands start coming up in a place where they'll block your shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. There we go. Oh, yep, I saw that. I actually, that update released the day after I finished Regenesis. It was like right after I got blocked by the soft block. Well, I'm guessing it was a pretty low chance of a soft lock, but right after I got hit by that, it got fixed. There's got to be something coming up. Well, actually, we could have skull. Nope, there it is. No. I should have went there first. I could have got that chest in the basement of Thieves Town. That is really... There's not a whole lot here right now that I can get. Just like, do I go into Thieves Town again here? The book would get us into desert. Oh, wait, there we go. That still doesn't give us anything, though. The book gets us into desert, but we don't have light world access yet. The glove only opens up homie fish. Yeah, I think I got it. As much as I don't like this, I think I gotta go clear. I gotta go do the rest of Thieves Town. Having a Master Sword here is a little concerning too, because I believe in Inverted, all I need now is a lamp, and that'll be Aga 1. Thought I was done with this place. It's just because I went in here, it's going to be like 10 arrows. Yeah, what am I doing? I needed to go this way. I'm already messing this up. Thieves Town is my kryptonite tonight. This is the heart. I don't want the... I mean, 20 bucks is nice, yes, but I really could use a heart. One more heart piece also would give me another another heart. I'm sitting on 3 heart pieces right now. All right, nice dodging. No! That was so close. If that guy would have poked me, I would have been dead. I don't know how I avoided that. I feel like I should have died there. All right. Was this a complete waste of time? Probably because I went back here. Yep. If I didn't go here, that would have been progression, but because I did... I mean, still, there is technically... We also have Skull Woods. But with that hammer, we're gonna go Pyramid Ledge, then Homie Fish. And then if there's nothing there, I guess we dip Pod? Which is kind of gross. Welcome in, Kyoto. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yeah, that was a long way to go for 20 bucks. Oh, that's our light world access. Okay. You know what? I am in the vicinity. I don't know when I'm going to get back over here. We're going to go to Homie Fish first. And then after Homie Fish, we'll save and quit and we'll head to the light world. I mean, I'm already incredibly behind here due to the constant dying and the going back to check the basement of Thieves Town for a whole lot of nothing. Like, if I would have just done this first, then I wouldn't have bothered going back to Thieves. I'd have been like, okay, we got so many things to do right now. So, I mean, this is a pretty simple logic chain if I just wouldn't have died a bunch of times. Rando gives and the rando takes away. All right, Homie Fish. Hookshot. Beans. Thought we were friends, Homie Fish. Yeah, getting a fire source would be really nice. Because, I mean, I've got that book. Actually, with the book, I can get, Bombos tablet. Like, I think we start... I'm not gonna dip into desert just yet. But with that book, I think I'm gonna start by going into the desert stuff, grabbing a Gina, small magic. Oh, Zora's definitely gonna cheat us. Zora's never, we love Homie Fish, but we hate Zora. You know what? It's not gonna take that long I'm gonna have to clear this part out eventually anyway. So why not just get all the items out of here, get to the big key, and then next time I come back, I can just leave this from the ledge. I can get the extra heart. 'Cause I mean, I'm gonna have to come back here anyway, so why not just do this stuff now? So let's see what... Well, wait, we gotta get this thing. There's the big. So what is over here? There's the small. Piece of heart is under... Oh, that's, I'm guessing the piece of heart is going to be, what's it called? How many items do we have left? 3 in desert. Yeah, I gotta go this way anyway. We're gonna be coming back anyway to get that small. It's, Oh, not a problem? I know there's definitely a little delay on YouTube there. I try to set it to as low as possible, but there's definitely still a delay. 300 bucks. All right, so that was actually both items here. So the map is in the big chest. Welcome in, chat. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Thanks for the good luck. Actually, since I know a heart piece is down here, I'm not even going to bother getting desert ledge. I have to assume that by the time we finish up everything here, like by the time I finish up the whole light world route, we'll have enough extra hearts. And now all we need to do when we go back into desert is head straight for the back. All right, we got 10 bombs, so that means we got enough for 1 for the wall, 1 for Agina. There we go. See, Agina, you give me something good. We're not even gonna give you a second bomb. We're just gonna leave. Oh, 3 points. Yeah, 3 points a lag is quite a bit. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. Uh-oh. All right, now let's check the dam. Got it. I mean, I know it's not much, but being able to skip a little step there is very nice. Yeah, there's a couple tracks here on this MSU that'd be very difficult. Like, this is probably one that's not very well known unless you've heard me talk about where it's from before. I actually need to add another one from this game in there. This same game also has a track in the Ganon's Tower track is from this same game. How did that miss? All right, a medallion, bombs. Wow, absolute trash. I do have the moon pearl though, so we can What? I've never seen that before. Eastern is dark green and red on the tracker. Listen, I can get some stuff in Eastern. If we were still in the dark world, I'd be happy about that, but now that I'm in the light world, I feel like I should have plenty of money by then. Alright, we're gonna still set up a water walk here, just because that's faster. I mean, I can fake flipper this, because we have the moon pearl. I can definitely say where the overworld is from if you're interested in knowing. Because it's one, unless you've played the game, it's not well known enough where it's something that a lot of people are going to come and be like, oh, this is from that. Oh, this is inverted. Really? I just happened to get early Light World access. Uh-oh. Get out of there before you get hit with the fireball. Sometimes Streamlabs has to be collateral damage. Especially in the Stream Avatars game. Oh, there we go. Yeah, you should, avatars should automatically show up whenever you chat, and then they'll disappear after 5 minutes of inactivity. Yeah, I see you as Yang. Oh, no bottle yet. Okay, so that's nothing there either. We do have plenty of cash. Ow. Okay, we don't need that. Yeah, so far this trip through the... Well, no, I did get hook shot. Okay, I'm stuck. Wow. 500 bucks for 10 arrows when I was already full. That's beautiful. Really, it's just so lovely. I'm having a hard time staying on the path here. Yeah, there's so much really cool tech in this game that I had no... Like, there's one thing I will never be able to hover. That's way too much for my, I don't think I could get the rhythmic mash fast enough for that. But you've got people like Andy that make it look completely easy and trivial. Let's see, we're just gonna walk down the bridge. I was like, oh wait, I can hookshot across. We can actually hook. Wait, can we hook here? No, it can't reach. Assuming there's even something there on that side. I thought it was a... No, the tree was up here, okay. Oh, it was hooked from that side, alright. And I guess I could technically Houlihan here if I wanted to, but I don't think I need the money that bad right now. We already finished Zora. Yeah, I don't need... Like, I watch a lot of A Link to the Past tournaments, but I don't watch Major Glitches. Like, Major Glitches just doesn't interest me at all. At least with NMG, you're still seeing... Or you're still doing things in a little more standard way. Welcome in, Atma. Hope you're having a good Sunday. There we go. Alright, I'm fine with the hearts there, because we also got a sword. Yeah, there's no reason to do a Houlihan right now. I happened to be walking by there and I didn't have flippers, but... It's very... Yeah, this track is very fitting with my, sprite. Oh, why is one of the Jasons up in the middle of the screen? That shouldn't be happening. Wait, I gotta go up. Why is that there? Well, I can already see the complaints on when I post this on YouTube about how the second Jason in the middle of the screen is ruining everything. There. Okay, that fixed it. Thanks, MLC. Welcome in. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yeah, I got a whole $1. Yeah, Jason should... I'd like to think Jason knows what night he's gonna get beaten with rocks, but... who knows? Alright, good. We do not have to do Aga 1. Yeah, I've never seen it pop one up in the middle like that before. But now, hopefully, the complaining in the comments will stop, or won't happen, because that was quickly resolved. I'm not sure how quickly, but that was resolved. East? Okay, that is a good compass to have. Now if I find a bow, I can go in there and know whether or not... Okay, we can stop getting heart pieces now, game. Got enough. Don't need more. We're running out of places to check here in the light world. It's always a good feeling when you don't have an Aga seed. I had a stretch really early on when I started doing these where I had I think it was like, it was a bunch of them in a row. Unfortunately, there's no way to like prevent yourself from getting Aga seeds without giving yourself like the full Dark World care package. Like, the reason I give myself starting boots is because I had 3 seeds in a row where I didn't get boots at all. That is a perfect place for a bottle. Now we can get sick, kid. So it's like after that, I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to give myself starting boots. I'm tired of getting seeds where I don't have boots. If there's anything specific you're wondering about Friday, definitely feel free to ask. I'm always happy to share what I've learned about that game. And there's also, like, I've got a bunch of, well, there's one main guide on my YouTube channel, the definitive guide, that covers basically everything I knew about the game at the time of posting that. And there isn't anything I've learned since then, but it's basically everything I look for when I'm going through the game. And like how everything works, like it goes into way more detail than I feel like pretty much anybody but me would care to know about Friday the 13th. But I still wanted to have all that information out there somewhere, so it wasn't all like buried randomly in live streams when I've said, oh, this is how this part works. Oh, failed the black hole chicken, the run is invalid. The armor upgrade is really, especially, well, I guess at this point, now that we've got into the light world, the armor isn't as important because I've got a lot more health, but I still like to have that armor. Now, the constant heart pieces, we really don't need those. Yeah, the cabin fights are definitely, it takes a while to get used to those, even when you know how they work. But it's one of those things where it's like riding a bike, like once you get it down, you can just go back to that at any time and be like, oh yeah, this is it. Nope. Wow, this is... There is not much left in the light world right now. You know what? I'll take plus 10 bombs. I don't have Samaria yet. Not a problem. Thanks for stopping by, Pepper. Hope you have a great rest of the night. Good luck on Dragon Warrior or Dragon Quest 2. 3. I can read. DQ 3. Yeah, I still use the same, my childhood card. I thought the card had actually died at one point, but some extra life that I got from Retro Gamer Rob at his store. He actually, the guy that owns the store that made the stuff that not only saved my Friday card, but my G.I. Joe card, actually streams on Twitch, Retro Gamer Rob. Go give him a peek. Plays a lot of, well, basically, I don't think I've seen him playing anything that hasn't been retro. Okay, so I guess we go and do basement and escape, and if there's nothing there, then it's gotta be Saha's closet. I'm guessing it'll be a lamp or a flute that we're gonna be seeing. Skull Woods and Desert. Though I still have not went into Skull Woods yet. There could be stuff in Skull Woods. I actually got a pristine copy of Dragon Warrior 3 from his store. Like, when I posted pictures, it was so clean. When I posted pictures of it online, I was getting comments like, hey, is that legit or is that a repro? It looks like it's too nice. So I opened it up and took a picture of the ROM chip and everything. I think that's what it's called. And like, yeah, this is legit. I trust the guys that sell these things to not sell me a repro. All right, I will take another compass. Unfortunately, it was Ganon's tower, but I know I played the 1 and 2 remakes. I have the 3 one, but I haven't played that yet. But I definitely enjoyed them. 2, I definitely had a soft spot for 2 as a kid. My only big beef with 2 is the end part when you get to Renderak, I think is what they called it. I always remembered it being called Auron because that's how when I played it on NES. But the difficulty spike there with all those enemies around that last save point, where it's like they can just full wipe your party. It's like that was a lot of excessive grinding. Inverted Seeds start you in the Dark World, and you have to get the Moon Pearl to get to the Light World. And they've like fixed a few other things to make it so some checks are possible. Like in an Inverted Seed, Turtle Rock is awesome if you can get through it. Normally for Inverted, most people do a big key shuffle, so you're not stuck with like a low percent Mothula or a low percent blind to get your progression, but I turned off the big key shuffle because that's less items to find. And there's not progression on bosses. The bosses all have Triforce pieces. So that was never a concern. Is this guy gonna do more damage? No. You can kill me in a second. All right. Welcome in Dimension X. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Okay, so we can sequence break this. God, there is not... Wait. Pretty sure that's just going to be a key. So we're gonna skip that. Because I think that's only gonna be a key. Okay, that is just ridiculous. See, I think we can skip. Alright, so I'm running out of... we've already cleared desert. And I could sequence break my way up the mountain, but I'd like to stay in logic here, because I'm pretty sure the lamp is going to be appearing soon. So we've got this, we've got Eastern, and we've got Pod and Skull Woods. What's our green pendant? Green pendant Mire. Like, give me something that prevents me from going into Eastern. Yeah, $50. Go away, Link. Just leave me here to wallow in doom. Okay, let's get out of here. I guess we go dip into Eastern now. As much as I don't want to do Eastern here. Oh. Oh, I'm an idiot. I can do left side Ganon's Tower. It's in GT. Left side Ganon's Tower. I've got the hammer and I got the hook shot. I should just be going there right now, but I'm gonna have to do this stuff anyway, so why not? Oh, I can actually see who the boss is. Helmasaur. Can't believe I didn't... That's the that's the problem with boss shuffles. If you don't know who the bosses are, the tracker puts it as a yellow ring instead of a green. So I've got to get used to looking at those a little better. Because it should have been right there in front of my face. Alright, we're going to have to go through the dark to get the big key. Come on, good hint tile. Okay, we already got that. I guess the real question is it quicker to save and quit? Okay. It's probably quicker to save and quit than walk all the way out of Eastern and then walk over to GT. So we'll get the big key here, we'll go get the big chest. I already have the big key, there's an item here. So I could have left there. I just assumed I didn't have the big key because I never get the big key early in here. All right, here we go. Yeah, it was GT. Oh, I didn't know that I would still get the full heart refill if I did a save and quit while that was loading. That's cool. I was kind of bummed that I was going to lose all those hearts when I came back in, but... Oh boy, As soon as I got that hook shot, I should have been... I've had that hook shot for a while, too. That was in a Gina. Oh, boy. I mean, granted, I probably still would have done the whole Light World loop, but I should have went and did this right after I left GT. I left, the castle here. So really, it's only like a 3-4 minute loss, but... Alright, there's gotta be some kind of progression in here. With the boss hunt, you do get, if you set it up properly, you do get instant access to Ganon's Tower as soon as you can make it there. And here's the other track from the same game as the Light World Overworld. This is called The Blight of Mankind. Oh yeah, taking a death in the basement is just because it's quicker to die and respawn at the door upstairs versus walking all the way back around. And that green guard will always do a half heart's worth of damage no matter what armor you have, so it makes it very well, not very clean when you've got this much health, but it does make it nice when you're trying to death warp out of there. Can only assume we're going to see Trinex in here. And I do have the cape and 2 bottles... Oh, and half magic. Cape, half magic, and 2 bottles of green. If it's a viable boss. That Bombos actually means we could potentially beat Cold Stare, too. Whoops. Uh-oh. So that Bombos is pretty big. That also would technically give us access to Ice Path. Ugh, yuck. Getting to the potion shop is kind of icky in Inverted. Yeah, these, I've been doing a Link to the Past randos for, geez, for like 5 years now. Definitely not great at them. I feel like I'm probably already... Like, I think if I ever entered in a Link to the Past tournament, I would do terrible. With the Route Matrix one, I think I'd maybe do... I would definitely not win, but I think I'd do a lot better in that versus a Link to the Past. Well, I guess it depends on what the rules are there, or like how the modes are set up. Because I just do like a normal full seed. But I take off the enemy shuffle and add in enemy weaknesses. Okay, there we go. Finally something that doesn't give us a whole lot. I mean, that opened up Smith Chain. Oh, that also opened up Mire area. Still no fire source either. There we go. That's a fire source. Okay, we can do this. We're just gonna grab onto the wall so the magic doesn't keep draining. All right. So that's 2 Triforce pieces. Both fire sources. Wait, I don't have the bow. I can't even do that. Why didn't I just walk to desert? I literally, I could have went back and got the big chest too, that's right. Welcome in, Grand. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yeah, I should have got the big chest. That was right there, 2 rooms away. You know what? With this fire rod, let's go take a look at Skull Woods. That's Landmo. That is doable. Perfect. I was hoping for a small key there. Was not hoping for that. Go away, Gibdo. Alright, that is... Oh, there's still 2 things left in here. But the nice thing about routing this the way I did is we can just grab this and we can mirror out. And hopefully there isn't an item in the big chest. Well, let's be realistic. There's probably going to be an item in the big chest. Yeah, normally I wouldn't care for the ice rod, because in a boss hunt you get to skip 2 dungeons, and I basically always skip Turtle Rock. But in a boss shuffle, you always want to be prepared for when Trinex shows up. And Trinex does appear somewhere. So there's definitely going to be an item in the big chest. Wait, what? Three? Do I have the big key already? What item in there did I miss? Because I got the bombs. This would be the big key. What? How did that... Did I screw this up? Did I put compass, big keys instead of compasses shuffled? I'm really confused right now because it marked that big key as an item. Uh-oh. Oh, perfect. But I also don't want to try to reset the tracker here because I might have entered it wrong. But I'm going to have to pay very close attention when I'm going through dungeons now. It does, 2 bosses will be duplicated. 3. And the ones that are duplicated are completely random, so you don't know until you actually run into something twice. That was a miss. I should actually probably be a little careful here. I have no healing. There we go. Alright, so we gotta go and get the big on the way out. If I was in the, if this was a normal seed, I could have went and checked Ped right there with the mirror, but... unfortunately, only two of the same boss max. So I won't have to worry about triple Trinex. Which is good, because one Trinex is bad enough. I do not like Trinex. Well, if I have, like, Tempered Sword or higher, and it's not on ice, Trinex isn't that bad. Nope. I'm so bad at lining up this bomb jump. I think that's it? Yeah, it's fine. Right, and that was Skullwoods. Ow. I think now we go up the mountain. There's a lot of good stuff up there. Bad Murderdactyl. Oh yeah, Vitreous. I had an issue with the poison floor on Vitreous. Who was the boss there? Sorry, Gary. Who was that? Can't remember what boss. It shouldn't be that difficult to remember. Wasn't Argus. Was it Helmasaur? Problem is with Gary here, I can't even hook speed. We can do that, but we can't run. If you try to run with Gary, this is what happens. I didn't even get hook speed. Why? So he can't run. Gary is not capable of running, but he can do this. Mark that off. We don't need Spectacle Rock. Can't run, but he has no problem jumping off a gigantic mountain. That's fine, I still get his starting point. Stupid Dead Rock, I had hook speed. How do we want to route this? I should go and turn in that mushroom and get a couple bottles of blue. What am I doing? Why would I do that when we got Paradox Cave and stuff over here? Just a bunch of loops around the mountain. That is one disadvantage of inverted. You have to keep doing loops around the mountain. Unless you're lucky enough to be able to go up from, you can save yourself a loop if you can get there from, like, the Turtle Rock entrance. Yeah, I feel like if I did play vanilla again, I think I'd definitely be able to get through it. I played vanilla enough, but I wouldn't remember where, like, small keys and stuff are, or not small keys, like big keys and stuff like that for dungeon items, because I've done this so much. All right, there we go. Stupid wall. Okay, this is getting ridiculous. Yeah, I'm thinking I maybe left something in Ganon's tower when I didn't go and get that big chest. Why Why do I keep missing the easiest bomb jumps? He's 1 hour and I've only got 3 Triforce. I mean, yes, there was substantial early death. Am I even in the right spot for this? Okay, good. I mean, it's difficult to fail that bomb jump, but still. I think that's just 20. Alright, Mimic Cave is garbage, so now we get to loop around again. I just hear the doorbell? That can't be right. Yep, Twitch has 3 different sub tiers, I believe. Like tier 1, they call them tier 1, tier 2, and tier 3. There's no, like on YouTube, they let the streamer or the creator is able to choose the price tiers. I mean, YouTube definitely tells you that it wants more expensive tiers. But like my tier 1 on YouTube is $1.99 a month. In Twitch, they upped the normal tier 1 from $5 to $6 not too long ago. And then I think tier 2 is like $10 or $12, and tier 3 is $25. But there's really not much of a difference on it. You just get a little bit of a different badge and like an extra emote. So it's not as there's not as much that you get off of. Well, I guess it depends on what they put up for YouTube too. There we go. Every boss is beatable now. It would be really nice to have a bow, though. A bow would be splendid. Really like a bow. I was pretty good at Z1, but for Zelda 2, I could never, like, if I got to the hammer in Zelda 2, which is a pretty early item if I remember right, that was like a huge win for me. Is that Spiral Cave? It was. Well, now we can just start hitting dungeons here. Get out of there. Yeah, the difference is basically Twitch just takes a bigger cut. Like, unless you're one of... Junkyard Dave did an analysis of like how many accounts get to Partner Plus on Twitch, and it's a very small percentage. And otherwise Twitch is 50-50. For partners, it should have stayed 70-30, but Twitch wants all that money for themselves. And YouTube is, the default split for YouTube is 70-30. Yeah, I'm guessing they're gonna get rid of Prime subs at some point too, because how dare people get get a perk without paying Bezos more. All right, there we go. Oh, I thought I soft locked myself there. I've done that before where I've got completely stuck. Wait. Problem. I'm doing this wrong. I don't trust myself to do the bomb jump. Yep, we got Stormy, because this is the Tower of Hera. It's like Sky related-ish. No! Some bombs require a bomb. There are so many major items that I'm missing. And the basement has one of them. Ooh, vitreous. Oh, no! Normally I just use... Wait, maybe we could... No, this is not smart. Got him. I did like Orphan Black was on Prime for a while, and that is still to this date my favorite show ever made. I love Orphan Black. Not necessarily glitching, but I was using the cape to run through the eyes. Normally, it's a lot easier when you're not about to fall on your fall down the floor. Like, if you've got the bow, vitreous isn't too bad, but it's a lot nicer when you can just do that with the cape. Got him. Okay, after this, I guess we go to the light world. And I don't have Samaria yet, but maybe if I get lucky and the big key and the small key are both on Laser Bridge and Turtle Rock, I can just sneak through and get to the back that way. Wow, that was so worth it, game. Yeah, we had cable at the time, and the Orphan Black finale was one of the few times I actually stayed up to watch a show live. Usually we just watch it the following day whenever it's on, or on whatever, like on Hulu or something like that. But I made sure to, oh, beans, wait. But with Orphan Black, I made sure to stay up and watch it live, because I did not want the ending of that spoiled. Samaria probably will be on GT Big, because I didn't get that. I mean, there is enough still where I feel like, well, unless I get a bow, it doesn't make sense to go back to GT. There's a flute. And powder. Powder's a good safety. The flute doesn't really give me a whole lot, though. I mean, it gives you quicker movement, but it's not like I can just go to the potion shop or anything. Alright, that means we can get into any dungeon. But again, like, Mire is technically open right now, but I don't have Samaria, so what's the point of going into Mire with no Samaria? But there's one thing we can do here. I think it's this one? I never watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but it had Colby Smulders in it. And I used to love How I Met Your Mother until they completely ruined that series with season 9. Come on, big key and small key. Alright, big key. Big key. Big key. That's actually fine. Samaria on Laser Bridge. What? She should be down by now. They were planning on going to bed early. And I hear them moving around upstairs. Whoops. Uh-oh. That was bad. Got smushed. Turtle Rock actually isn't that bad when you can go in reverse like this. Whoops. That was really close. And at one point, cable wasn't really worth having, but now that every streaming service has, like every channel has their own $15 a month streaming service, it's like we're getting back to the point where if you want to watch all those shows, cable might actually be more cost effective. Oh, wait, I have a... Oh, wait, gotta get, Whoops. I don't even have a single shield yet. There's the bow. Hey, sweetie. I was wondering when you were gonna come down. Is everything okay?
Yeah. I had to do my hair.
You're going to bed. Why do you need to do your hair?
I want my hair to be curly because I did it and it looked really good.
It looked really good.
That's not us.
I thought I heard the doorbell ring, like... maybe 10 minutes ago? Yeah, just check the front porch before you go in, just to make sure no one, like, dropped the package off or something, I guess.
What happens if there's
A skinwalker? What's a skinwalker? Like a zombie?
It's like a creepy thing that, like...
Is that from one of your videos? Is that from Shiloh?
Yeah.
You mean like a daywalker? Like from zombies?
Yeah.
I've never... Skinwalker? What video is that from?
I've seen like 3 with them.
On YouTube?
Yeah.
Oh, they're like on your YouTube kid stuff? Alright.
Mommy, I decided what first.
What you want for your... Oh, what you want for your smushers?
Yeah. So I want the doggy smusher, and then I either want a color changing needle or an iceberg.
Love you, sweetie.
Time can me.
Okay.
Wait, no, I have lips.
Okay. I got a voice message from Dad. If you could just text, and find out if they needed anything. I'm assuming it was just checking in, but... Oh, okay. So skinwalkers can impersonate anybody and wear their skin in mythology. So it's kind of like Arya Stark?
What? And what goes on what?
Well, this is probably not the same thing in the videos you watch versus what they are in, like, actual mythology. Because the stuff you're watching is different. Do you still want the camera off? Okay. Camera's off. Night, sweetie. Love you.
Good night, love you.
Oh. One of the double bosses is Armos Knights.
Alright, come.
Yeah, just shoot a text and see what they were looking at, if you don't mind, please. Thank you. Night. Love you. There's the camera. Oh, I did mess something up with this. I must have set the mode up wrong because the tracker is not all the way down. Like that, see how the tracker isn't touching the bottom of the fence there? That means I set up this seed, I set up the tracker differently. So let's see, we've got the bow. One. This should be enough health to get through all this. Garbage. Where are we going here? There's just no good way to get over to the potion shop. Oh! I wonder, is that from, oh no, that was Wendigos in, Until Dawn. Why is it saying I can't beat Meyer? What can't I beat in Meyer? It shouldn't matter what the boss is. What? I don't need flippers for any bosses. We've got hammer. Got hook shot. Why is it not saying? I am so confused right now as to what the tracker's doing. Oh, it's got big key shuffle on. That's what's throwing me off so much here. Okay. There. So I must have put big keys and not maps shuffled. I remember with Wendigos and Until Dawn, that was like becoming a potential like top 10 game for me. And then instead of it being an actual person, they did the Wendigo twist, and I was just like, this just stopped being really, really cool. It's amazing how quickly that caused the game to plummet for me. And I still liked it, but it's nothing I have any desire to replay. No, maybe in honor of Hayden Panettiere someday. And it did have one of my favorite lines in any game, right up there with you, Spoony Bard. Hashtag there's a freaking ghost after us. That was brilliant. Let's see, I don't think I need the GT climb. We can sequence break Ice Palace. See, I think we're just in dungeon mode right now. Oh, T-Mobile pays for... I should look into that. Well, we have Netflix, but we're gonna probably have T-Mobile paying for Apple TV because my wife is really into Ted Lasso right now. She's like absolutely loving Ted Lasso, and we got a thing from them saying we can get Apple TV for $3 a month. So like, yeah, we can do that so she can watch Ted Lasso. Why is there a third one popping out there? Don't even care who this boss is. I can't believe I screwed that up. When I rolled this seed, I must have clicked big key instead of compasses. I would still like to get silvers. That would make Ganon... I mean, at this point, 2 bottles and tempered sword and half magic should not be a problem for Ganon. But silvers would still be faster. Ow. Actually, that damage boost kind of went right down. Here we go. Whoa, my arrow count is low. That's right, I did just fight Armos Knights. Alright, so Armos Knights and Helmasaur are 2 of our dupe bosses. Wait, no. This is the same Helmasaur. And I won't be doing the GT climb. Because I can get to Ice Palace without the flippers. Hey. Oh, that's just, in the seed itself, compasses are shuffled and big keys aren't, but when I set up the tracker, I told the tracker that big keys were shuffled and compasses weren't. So that's what messed everything up there. Like, normally that big key isn't sitting there on the tracker. That was just me screwing it up when I set everything up. Well, when I set the tracker up. That was user error. Uh-oh. That's right, we gotta go get the stupid monkey anyway. Yeah, Helmasaur is like, even looking back now, like, doing Landmo with the Master Sword is annoying enough. It's like, you don't have the Fire Rod yet. I'm terrible at lining up bow shots, and it just... I mean, granted, you're not supposed to beat the boss is supposed to be difficult when you get there. Yeah, it's nothing, no fault of the randomizer. It's 100% on me. I just botched it and made things a lot more difficult on myself, and it only took me like an hour and 20 minutes to figure out exactly what I did. Even though it should have been obvious with the big key sitting right there on the tracker. I guess the real question here is, if I find the big key in a small, do I just go straight through to the boss? Because I mean, technically... This would be 7. A piece of heart is in Swamp Palace. You're kidding. This is 7. Desert is 8. Mire is 9. And Ice is 10. Yeah, that is... We've got enough. This is terrible. Welcome in, Mystic. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Nope, this is just a inverted seed that I rolled. I am nowhere near good enough to like compete or make anything interesting in a weekly or a daily. It'd be fun just to kind of compare myself to other people with at some point, but like, I don't even know how to hammer yump. But I can do Icebreaker, which is the most important thing. Because Ice Palace is the absolute worst if you don't have Samaria. Oh, it was an inverted try? Wow! So I'm playing a similar mode to the daily. Oh, no glitch, so you can't, if you can't do icebreaker, then I wouldn't have any interest in it. No icebreaker, no bomb jump, no play. Well, I will complain constantly if I have to do the bomb jump. Yeah, F-Zero, this is still one of my favorite tracks. It doesn't fit Palace of Darkness, but I wanted a place to put it. Like, most of the time I like to try to have like a theme or a reason to put a track in a specific spot. Or in the case of when my MSU still worked with Over Horizon. It's not gonna work. For Turtle Rock. Until that MSU track stopped working when I started putting them on my PC, so I could use auto tracking. Like, I hate Turtle Rock so much if it's not inverted, where I'm like, I have to give myself the best MSU track for this, so I don't feel as bad when I have to go in there. I guess if I find the big key over here, do I just leave? There we go. All right, this was worth it. I can do most of the bomb jumps, but like the ones in Hera, I have issues with. I'm not good at the ones in Hera. Well, except for Herapod. I can do Herapod. But like the one over to get to the big chest, can't do that. I can miss it and fall down 2 floors. With the silvers, I am not worried about finding Butter Sword. Well, I wasn't worried about finding Butter Sword anyway, but... Okay, you stupid things. I'm glad you all fell. Yeah, the platform dungeon is Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is hot garbage. All right, 1 arrow here. Yeah, I've like, there's some sprites I don't use because I have so much trouble trying to line up bomb jumps and everything, because I'm so reliant on the shadow position, because that's what I use to line up like bomb jumps and stuff. So if they change the shadow position, then I'm just like, I can't use this sprite, because I need to know where the shadow is. Yeah, not only is Turtle Rock is just so long too. Like in a lot of dungeons, like even Mire, which is generally just garbage, it's just so long and there's minimal items, you can get a God Mire that lets you basically just go straight back to the boss depending on where the big key is located. But you can't do that in Mire. There's really nothing you can skip. It's a very linear dungeon. Oh wait, there's spikes. Get away from the spikes. There we go. All right, piece number 7. Yeah, of all the rooms for Mothula to appear, and it has to be one that also has spikes. Thanks, Tara. All right, we're gonna go to... Oh, wait, I can't do that. I was just gonna mirror over... I was gonna pick that thing up and go to the light world from here, but... we can't, because I don't have the... I mean, the mitts don't really do much for you in Inverted. They give you King's Tomb, and that's basically it. Wow, that is a lot of hearts. All right, a third bottle. Still not a single shield. And desert's gonna be a quick in and out. Longest part about desert is just gonna be walking there. I wonder, do I save desert for the end? Because I'll already be in the light world. Go. Yeah, this is another one of those where I put a track I really like in a dungeon that I really hate, and I mean, this does fit Meyer, I feel. I mean, the Friday the 13th state's cabin and stage select screen manages to be both creepy and kind of soothing, and I just love the track. God, Meyer! So if the big key is either there or in this room just to the right, we call that a Godmire. You know what? I'm not even gonna... We're not worried about whatever's in that chest. I just do not care anymore. We don't need it. We're just gonna go straight to the boss. Fake calm. I like that description. Oh, that's right. I don't have a shield. Ugh. I don't have a shield, but we got $1,402. Ow. Ow. Oh, that's right. We can just go straight through here. No such thing as safe room. I remember, I still call him Tyrant 103, not Mr. X. But, the Uncle Fester looking one in Resident Evil 2, he creeped me out more in the remakes. Well, I shouldn't say creeped me out, but there was a lot more tension with him than there was with Nemesis in 3. In the remake of 3. And in the original... And I could just never... I never got all the upgrades from... To get all the stuff in the original from Nemesis, like you could get those fancier guns. Holy buckets! Thank you so much for the raid, Brendan! How was your stream? What were you up to?
1996, Brendan dropped a bus at one people off a cap.
Monster Jam Steel Titans, is that not familiar with that game. Is that I want it to me, for some reason the name reminds me of like basketball or something, and I'm guessing it's not that. What level is this? This is Meyer. That was Argus. Where's Argus? Nope. There's Argus. Welcome in, Anonymous. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I cannot think. My brain is not working. Yeah, thank you so much for the raid. Hope your stream went well. Come on. There we go. I can type. All right, where are we going? Ice Palace. What is Monster Jam Steel Titans? Is that what kind of game is that? Why am I here? That is not where I wanted to go. We wanted to go here. Yeah, after I missed the first the first cycle there. Just waiting for him to come back around. It looks so cool when you get the kill with the fire, like 2 fire rod shots and a spin. Wait a minute. I did this completely wrong. Hold on, backtrack. We have to be in the light world. Oh, I've seen that mod where it turns him into Thomas the Tank Engine. There's also another one that plays X Gonna Give It To You instead of the normal background music. And that one always makes me laugh. And if anything's gonna get me to call him, but I believe that Mr. X is like the canon name now for him. And I think that was like first used in the S.D. Perry novels, which I still have all of them. Love the S.D. Perry novels. That's right, we can still do this. I was like, wait a minute, how do I get to the dark world? Welcome in, TMA. Hope you're having a good Sunday. I'm so happy I know how to fake flipper. Some cash is on your uncle. That's great. I'm so glad that I know that my uncle has some cash. Oh, not a problem. It's definitely nice to be back here. We were out of town all weekend, and I wasn't sure how tonight was gonna work, just because everyone's usually so tired. Which is why I was so surprised it was so late when little Jason finally came down. We're not even gonna get this. Why do I have the flute? Like, I was expecting her to come down here to say goodnight at like 7:45. And no, it was like 8:15. That's a lot later than she normally comes down to. And like, if it gets to be too far after 8, Freddy, I don't know, I mean, Freddy's a very smart dog. Well, like, we weren't in bed by, I think it was a little after 8:15 Friday night, and Freddy started kind of like, he does this little, like, not a bark, but like a little half growl, half whine. Because he's like, it's time to go to bed now, I want to sleep. And then he kept doing that until I took him to bed, and then he was very happy when he got to go to sleep. Come on, turn. There we go. Not sure why I'm even oh, quarter magic. That's actually, wow, it's not perfect, but definitely nice. I mean, they did such, I don't know how they managed to kind of fumble Nemesis that much. When Mr. X was like, felt so relentless and gave so much tension, and then you've got Nemesis, who is supposed to be all about that, like an expanded version of Mr. X, and then it was just kind of like, eh. And I'm not one of the people that hates on RE3 just because like they took out the clock tower and stuff. I don't think it was as good as 2, but I still really liked RE3, except for that part with the bugs. Where like Jill got that bug inside of her and you had to go, it wasn't the bug part that bothered me, it was the part right after that. I forget what you were even going to get, but I thought that part was really irritating. The Crystal Lakes, I'll definitely watch it, but it's nothing I'm like super excited about either. Because I want to see, like, if there's a Friday thing, I want to see Jason. It's been so long, the lawsuit has completely, like, basically butchered the franchise. We lost an incredible game because of it. I just want to see more Jason. But I'll definitely give it a chance. That was actually really close. Yeah, I hope that, I mean, I feel like they are going to, it's going to be good. They wouldn't, well, I mean, granted, Halloween, it was so long before we went, but between 2018 and Resurrection or whatever, or was the Rob Zombie movies, we had a long time between Halloween movies too. Why did I do this? I can't even get out of there. I also don't like the name Jason Universe. I don't, why am I getting those? This is Desert Palace. There's nothing frightening about desert. I didn't mind RZ1. RZ2 was, with the exception of Annie's death scene and Lee's discovery of Annie being dead, there was nothing worth watching in RZ2. At least in my eyes. And I thought the ending to Halloween 2018 should have been the ending to Kills, or Ends. But instead, Ends was just absolute garbage the whole way through. There's not a single redeeming thing I can think of about Halloween Ends. Like, I would watch Resurrection over Ends. I'm not even going to look to see who the boss is here. We've got two bosses at the top of GT. Trinex loves to appear in Landmo 2. We also have Swamp, which Trinex could be in, and we've seen all three of our double bosses, I believe. This one was Armos Knights. I mean, I wouldn't, to me, Jason Goes to Hell is not just the worst Friday the 13th movie, it might be the worst movie I've ever seen. I thought the part with Agent Marcus at the start was really cool, like it was a great way to set up the movie, and then after that you just leave you leave the camp setting, which I guess isn't that big of a deal. I mean, I still, even though Jason X was not a good movie, I still liked it. Yeah, like to me, the only Halloween movie I liked after 4 was H2O. I feel like that was, Laurie made sense in H2O. But if you get rid of Halloween 2 and Michael doesn't follow her to the hospital, her being that paranoid just does not make sense to me 40 years later. Because he went after her, he tried to kill her, he failed. She has no reason to think that he's coming back after her. And she's making such a big fuss about it in Halloween Kills, where it's like, oh, this is all about me, he's coming after me. And no, he's not. Without the sibling connection, which they went out of their way to take a shot at, which I know John Carpenter didn't like that either, but even if you just say, yeah, they're not siblings, but he did follow her to the hospital, then her paranoia makes complete sense. Because he went after her at a second location, so yeah, he's coming at, then it makes sense that, yeah, he's after me. And then you've got the whole Corey Cunningham thing. Allison should have been passing the torch to Allison, but instead her whole purpose in Halloween Ends is just to be Corey's girlfriend. She serves no purpose in that movie, and she should have been a much bigger part. Like, I thought Jason X did, I loved the kills, the cast was great, they actually did humor right. Like a lot of horror movies, like, say, Halloween 2018, with Ray, hey, there's peanut butter on my pee. That's not funny. But there were a lot of good little one-off lines in Jason X. Lance Guest was in Jaws 4, I believe, who was Jimmy Lloyd in Halloween 2. So there's another little connection there. And not only, you're getting rid of, like, Halloween 2 is a great movie. Halloween 4 is probably my favorite horror movie, which I know a lot of people will not like. But I loved Halloween 4. And the reason I hate Halloween 5 so much is because of what Dominique did to Rachel. Rachel was a great final girl, and then in Halloween 5, she's a completely different character. You switch Rachel's death with Tina's, and it makes a lot more sense. Like, Halloween 5 gave you no information, like, you had no reason to believe that Tina and Jamie were close. They did not show you any of that. You had a whole movie showing why Rachel and Jamie were so close. And then the Myers house in 5, what was that? That actually wasn't a bad time considering how bad things were. Thanks for the GGs, Chad, Tara, Kyoto, Anonymous. Yeah, that wasn't bad. Yeah, that was Halloween 6. That was absolutely garbage. Thanks for the GGs, Log, Funyun. And I have nothing against the person that played Jamie in Halloween 6. I can't remember her name off the top of my head. Well, granted, I mean, given the whole storyline they had with Michael fathering Jamie's child, I can see why maybe they didn't have Danielle Harris do it for that reason. But Jamie will always be Danielle Harris. Actually, I wonder if I can get that. Let me, while this is playing... Where is it? This is one of my favorite pieces in my... That was the microphone. In my horror collection. It's a knife signed by Danielle Harris in a shadow box. There's the what do you call it? The authentication on the back. That was my thumb. I want to stand up now. There we go. It tipped over. I'm gonna have to fix that later. Oh, while this is going, I can actually... I mean, they're dusty as heck, but... This is my personal favorite. This is a plastic Freddy glove signed by Heather Langenkamp. Because Nancy is the best final girl. We also have a Halloween 4 poster signed by Ellie Cornell, Danielle Harris, Al Haworth, and Tom Morga. So yeah, I got some pretty cool stuff there. One sec, my daughter's calling me. She's at a sleepover right now. Where's the mic? Okay, all good. We have an app that keeps her from using her phone too late at night, and since she's at a sleepover, we forgot to turn off the time. Schedule. Where is that? Yeah, Nancy is by far my favorite final girl. Well, I could do that. I need to dust down here. I haven't been down here all weekend, and the stuff is a little dusty for my liking. But yeah, I can definitely take pictures of that. Oh, you said Jimmy. I've got one of Nancy Loomis where Annie's laying dead on the bed. I got a PJ Souls one. There's lots of that was what I did during COVID. When COVID hit, I went on eBay and I just bought a lot of horror stuff like that, because that was when I just started doing the parody accounts, and I wanted something that was fun like that, so we ended up doing those. But yeah, I suppose I should probably call it here, because it is 9 o'clock and I gotta figure out how to let my daughter have access to her phone at the sleepover. Oh, there we go, sleep. Wait. It should be off. Oh, I'll text her in a sec. Yeah, I used to, technically I still have some of them. There's a group called the Halloweenverse on Twitter where we used to, I mean, some of them are still active. We had like every character throughout the Halloween and Friday the 13th franchises. We had parody accounts for them. And on like Friday the 13th and Halloween's, we'd like post stuff that would, like, if you're following all the accounts, you'd see this overarching story happen throughout the day. And like, it was really elaborate stuff. Like we take like one of the framework from one of the movies and we'd expand it. Like it'd go year after year. Like characters that died in one year would remain dead. And then if after like 3 years, we'd just bring them back again. It was, well, welcome in, Eric. Hope you're having a good Sunday. Yeah, Ben Tramer, he died. There was one guy that, what was the, who's the guy in Halloween 4 that Earl and his people shoot in the bushes? Ted Hollister, I think. There's an account that he appears every October 1st and will post throughout the month of October, and then Earl and his people, like he gets shot to death on Halloween night, and then he disappears until the following October. I mean, the Brewers beat the Mariners 22-0, so yeah, the Mariners seem to, well, I mean, they did get 2 walk-offs, so that was good for us. But yeah, I don't have many parody accounts left on that. See, I have one, maybe 5 at one point. I think I had 20. But I've got maybe 5 left. Can I even still log into Twitter? I have not been on there in very long. No, I don't want notifications. Who do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, 5. I've got 5 parody accounts left. But yeah, I suppose I should probably call it here for tonight because I do have to work tomorrow and that's no fun. I'm not on Threads, but I am on Blue. Well, technically, I guess Threads is. I do have an. Is that Instagram? I technically have whatever account is linked to Threads. I just don't use it. I am on Blue Sky though. I don't really use that either. I just like posts that I just basically like posts that other Twitch people make. But yeah, thank you so much for hanging out tonight, everyone. I hope you all have a great night. Stay safe. Get a good night's sleep. Right now, the plan is to be back tomorrow with Mega Man Monday. We'll probably do a Route Matrix Randomizer. Maybe. I gotta remember that I should try the X8 demake, because that is another thing that can be like, I did really enjoy Regenesis. So maybe we'll try the X8 demake one of these times. But tomorrow night, it'll be Route Matrix, assuming everything works out. We've got a volleyball meeting for my oldest daughter, like to get on the parents meeting, but I don't think that starts at like 5:15, so I doubt it's gonna go 2 hours. But we'll see how all that goes. I'll make sure to update Discord if anything changes there. But yeah, thanks again, everyone, and we will hopefully see you next time.